And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Redskins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And the catch made by Johnson.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now Pollard. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Hey, check line. Watching you 5. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh,
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Danielle Hunter, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. The Redskins send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready? 18, Gator. 55.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. On play action, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Cook. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
Here we go.
A big play there out of Cook. 48 yards on the ground.
And the Vikings first down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They run, Cook. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down and 4, Allen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
To throw again on second down. Jackson flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That could really, really be demoralizing.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
Good job. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All right.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hey, foxtrot.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen completes it to Davis. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's Allen. They got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Allen. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Allen going to throw. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 37. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Watch a slap. Yep, go. Watch a slap.
Jackson now, throwing on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Daniil Hunter in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 15. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Look at me.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work?
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now this throw caught left side. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Olabisi Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And that is no good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Hey, Echo. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Two.
On second and 11 now. Allen. It's caught by Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Ebron with it over the middle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he connects with Ebron. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Target. Ball trot. Go. Come on, guys. 55.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You can nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going forward there was the right call.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Set. Blue draw Corker. 70. Indy. Hey, Delta.
Throwing now is Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Going up top, and that will be incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Pollard going to try the right side, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
54, right there. 54 miles.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. To try again after the sack, Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets this one to Johnson. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
After the interception, here's Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run it again with Cook. And he may have given those 6 yards right back as they're going to get to him well behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now Allen. Open man is Thielen is complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Ready? Turn 2, sir.
65.
Get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen, complete. Smith has it. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but, hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard again. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Pollard, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll run with Pollard. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. The run for Pollard. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Operating from the gun. Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And they take a knee. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking it about the 36. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Vikings, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3 and 3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.